I'd like to go over our anterior segment scan, maybe used for glaucoma screening. This scan is a single bicanthal plane scan, less than a half a second to grab the image. Do both eyes. Total seat time should be less than 4 minutes to get both eyes scanned. Find your patient, click on the patient, come up here, double click here. The instrument is automatically calculating the placement of the scleral spur. Very few instruments in ophthalmology will auto-detect where the scleral spur is. We're working and would love to have your participation in any studies to validate, but we have a lot of data already built in, and we think we have this nailed. Here we've identified automatically the scleral spurs. If at any point you feel that maybe it didn't detect it correctly, that happens, you can move that to where you believe it should be, and it will automatically begin to recalculate. The image that you're looking at, again, this is a bicanthal plane. So up at the top up here, I can see there's the meridian going straight across. And in this case, we don't necessarily have to have a patient's eye too wide open. We're not worried about upper lids, lower lids. If you chose to do a meridian from superior to inferior, at the scan setup, we can simply choose that scan to go inferior, superior scan. Here we've gone ahead and recalculated this. So down here you have options on both sides. If you want to go ahead and show, here's the scleral thickness. You can see clearly that that is the area that it's measuring. All of these measurements are the standard Pavlin measurements for glaucoma. So I can click or unclick each of the various measurements that are taken. And here's the AC depth. If you wish to know, here's the focus line. So that is the focus line running across here of the depth of that the transducer was registering this image. If you wanted to look at the visual axis, the patient has been looking at a target inside the instrument, and there is the visual axis of the patient, noting that that is not always center of the pupil. For that very reason, we do not center our images on the pupil. However, we center it on the iris. Very important. Taking off those. With my right mouse, I can brighten and change this however I wish. I can hide the measurements. I have a set of caliper tools up here that I could do manual measurements if I wished. Maybe I want to go, what is the anterior chamber width? Scleral spur to scleral spur. There's your measurement right there. You can zoom in on it and take a look at it. Zoom back out with the mouse wheel. So again, our focus line is back here. Not necessarily super clear up on the cornea. We have cornea scans for that purpose. But generally, we want this imagery to come straight across right about this area here for the focusing. Different axial length eyes, the focus line is going to be a little bit different, correct? So we have automatic measurements where we're working off of the capsule surface as the starting point for the focus. So we should be able to capture any axial length eye when it comes to this. Of important note, with the glaucoma, we do have a reimbursement code here in the United States, 76513. There is a multitude of individual ICD-10 codes for various pathologies. Obviously, anytime it's medically necessary, you can go ahead and bill for that. The average billing is $180 bilateral. That's a far better reimbursement than an OCT image. So from this standpoint, if you're financing the equipment, it's a quick ROI utilizing that reimbursement code 76513. I hope that's helpful. If you have any questions, please reach out to us here at ArcScan. Thank you.